latest beef?
It's with restaurants in Vegas. So we were just in restaurants.
Restaurants in Vegas. There's the bar.
Yep. There wasn't enough caramel in my caramel
there's the bar.
macchiato.
Hey, listen, I got a beef with smorgasbords. Let me just say.
Well,
Impossible.
great customer service versus not so great, and you just I can see them compared.
So restaurants in Vegas, do you mean like going to the Arizona Charlie's all you can eat Langostina bar? Or
Well, no, one was called Nacho Daddy.
Wow. Strike one.
No. By the way,
Nacho Daddy. I'm not kidding.
this show brought to you by, I'm giving them free advertising just so I can say,
Nacho Daddy.
this segment brought to you by Nacho Daddy. Do you need to rescue a puppy?
It's Cheese Whiz, by the way.
Nacho Daddy.
Nacho Daddy. All the kids want to go
So
there.
a bunch of moms with the dancers going to a place called Nacho Daddy.
And it's just one of those.
Go ahead.
Is it like a do-it-yourself nacho bar place?
No, they have all sorts of fabulous types of nachos.
Yeah, like
carne asada, supreme, whatever you could crab, whatever you want.
Don't you guys though tend to go to like hey, let's go to something sensible.
Yes.
Like I don't know what's sensible. They don't have soup plantation, but it seems sensible because they got salad there, but they also have gravy. Yeah. So, but nacho cheese is like, hey, come here, we got Salisbury steak special. Yeah. Like,
it was like nacho. It was Cheese Whiz. It was liquid cheese on there, and it was not what I wanted it to be at all.
But what did you expect when you walked in? You expect like a piece of grilled sea bass?
Everyone raves about this place, but here it was like when we first got there.
Bring Shep up. Hey, Shep.
Yeah, that's
Shep,
what I want.
You
Shep
need to
here.
be involved in this conversation. Shep Hyken, of course, Chief Amazement Officer. Shep, if we all go, by the way, when you're coming out,
majority stockholder.
I rented the place out.
Nacho Daddy, by the way.
Nacho Daddy.
Nacho Mama.
Nacho Mama.
Like it's so when you because you're
it wasn't
discerning.
the food though.
Was it your idea?
It was more. So it was the kids' idea. The kids love this place, so everyone wanted to go. But here's the thing: it was
you
one
were
of those
this close to going to Chuck E. Cheese. Damn it!
I know the Vegas version, but it was one of those things where they don't seat you if you're not all there, and when you're coming with
party of 65.
Yeah.
No, there was only I don't know 12 of us. That's not that many. But we were all coming in different cars. Some people were late and they wouldn't seat everyone. It's 114 degrees outside.
What is
Don't
it
make
inside?
us wait outside.
18 next to the cheese?
No, it was like 45 degrees because everything's so cold inside.
heaven.
But anyway, they don't seat you. Then they, there was just so many little things.
I love the fact that you can't even articulate. You're so pissed still, you can't articulate. Was there different types of cheese? Hey, over here is the white queso from Austin. Then we have the nacho cheese.
Where's the Gruyere?
Then we have...
They wouldn't arrange.
You put the gray
it's
in
one of those things where they would not be flexible with the different, because we had
no substitutions.
No substitutions. There was no, like, we are a party of 11 or maybe 13 instead of 12.
We only seat we only seat 12. So you had like one dad at the bar.
Yeah.
Shep
who was okay with it.
Shep's going through his Rolodex.
I'm just going to listen. I don't need that
Shep,
in
so
here.
Shep, let's
I can't help her.
Shep, look.
What's your Nacho Daddy?
No, but listen, there's a money-making machine here. Let's face it. When you've got kids and you've got either barbecue chicken, pizza, or nachos.
Or hungry.
It's a money-making machine. Yeah. Do those businesses that seem to be a laydown have as much of a responsibility as the Nordstroms of the world to create the customer service experience?
So they don't need to be Nordstrom, but they need to create the Nordstrom style of service for that particular establishment. I had the same thing happen to me recently. I had my buddies, my hockey team, 12 of us going over to the restaurant. One of us, the car, flat tire, I don't know what, ran out of gas, but he said, I'm going to be there about 20 minutes late. They would not seat us till he showed up. So I said, you know what? Let's just seat it without. And when he gets here, we'll add a chair. They go, we can't do that.
But then you of course followed it with, do you know who I am?
I did. No, I didn't do it quite like that. I go, but you're the manager. Yeah. Do you think that's a very guest-friendly experience? I mean, why would I ever want to come back when you're penalizing me because a guy had car trouble on the way over to meet us?
And he said, let me talk to my manager.
Just the way it is. That's what he said.
Let me talk to my manager, which drives me crazy. This is what I call, Shep, I call it the retail mentality. Why can't we empower people in our businesses, even large businesses? Outback, who serves, by the way, authentic blue and onions, which grow on the side of the road in Melbourne. But honestly, even places like Applebee and Olive Garden and Ace Hardware, why can't those bigger businesses translate to something as simple as, look, I got to talk to my manager. Why not empower? Doesn't it come down to empowering people to make you happy as a customer?
Science. So here's how we do it. We tell them, if you have a question, you don't know what to do, ask the manager. That's the last time you ever have to ask that question. My wife and I showed up at a restaurant at a resort. We ran into two people we knew, and we asked if there was a table for 4. They said they only had tables for 2, but there were 2 right next to each other. So we asked if we could push them together. And she says, let me go ask my manager. It gets better. We went back the next day, and it was the exact same person in the exact same scenario. You remember us from yesterday? Can we push the tables together? And she says, let me go back and talk to the manager.
But is it because there's 2 types of people in the world? There's single wides and there's double wides. The double wides own the business. The single wides work for the business. Well, this is my daughter's philosophy, by the way, which tells you a lot about my kids. But isn't it interesting where, like the other day, I was like, okay, I want the avocado toast, no eggs. Let me ask the chef. Okay, wait a second. Like I said, hold on a second. You have to ask the chef not to put the effing egg on. Like, just don't do the egg. Well, I mean, I gotta.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we had more of an entrepreneurial mindset, okay, from the start, not just, I don't want to get in trouble, let me ask my manager, it may be different for customer service. Here's my question. What do we need to know before me and Mary's next customer satisfaction survey? And what don't we want to know? Seriously, I mean, seriously.
Common sense, unfortunately, is not so common, but do your best to hire people that have it.
Yep. Shep, you can't swing a dead cat in Southern California without hitting an In-N-Out burger. And
I love In-N-Out Burger.
so do I. And they have
And dead cats.
They have
swinging dead cat.
They have the great. Their customer service never dips below lower than excellence. They're always happy. They're always great to see you.
Well, depends on the cat.
You can ask for a dead cat on your double-double, and they'll say, no problem. Drive through, here's your total.
Are you eating in your car?
Yeah, how
Dead cat.
come they are able to capture
I'll
that?
tell you why.
And other places
and this
aren't.
is what Shep's going to say. It's because the last impression of the company is always positive in a place like that. Isn't that correct?
Well, I was also going to say they hired me about 15 years ago to talk to all their managers, but that's another story.
Seriously?
Ah, hey.
Seriously.
Dude, well
Thank you.
done.
Thank you.
It's the Shep Hyken Show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a minute. Honestly, Shep, at some point we're going to talk about your books and stuff.
I'm having fun.
Will you please come over to San Diego, bud?
I promise.